Goeienaand, good evening fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And please excuse me while I battle to read this news about pension funds in South Africa. It's very, very disturbing, and it's what we've been talking about on this channel for months now, how the ANC are going to loot South African pension funds. A rapid rise in South Africa's government spending will trigger a chain of events culminating in the erosion of the value of your pension, a leading economist Mike Schussler has warned. He was on Tuesday addressing a media briefing at the South African Institute of Race Relations, or SARR, a leading independent think tank, on an ANC plan to force financial institutions to channel a greater share of their assets into certain government instruments. The problem is that the government cannot stop spending, he argued. Rating agency Moodys must be pretty pissed off. They've been lied to so many times. Moodys will downgrade us in March or November next year. All the other rating agencies will follow, with further downgrades in their own ratings profiles. This was the second time the SARR has hosted a media briefing by Schussler on the same topic, and he fretted that within the likelihood of pension pillage had grown. Excuse the noise in the background, guys. He noted the expenditure rate of government has been increasing, partly due to the bailouts of SOEs, or state-owned enterprises. Annual government interest payments are at 4.8% of GDP, from just 2.2% in 2009-2010. He suggested that the seemingly inevitable downgrade of South Africa to junk status by Moodys will lead to a leap in interest rates, which will in turn push the government into a swoop on pensions and other savings. I guess this will be within a year from the ratings downgrade. If we get a final downgrade in March, it will take a year, he predicted. They are going to be looking for funds, he warned, noting that South Africa has one of the largest pension pots in the world. Will we run to the IMF? No, we will run to our pension funds. South Africa has the 10th largest pension pot in the world in dollar terms. This is huge. The value is about 90 to 100% of GDP. If you add insurance and medical scheme assets, you get to 160 to 170% of GDP. Schussler, who is CEO of economist.co.za, noted that South Africa's debt to GDP trajectory has changed tremendously. This has increased the likelihood of further pension pillage through the mechanism of prescribed assets. Prescribed assets are where they tell the fund managers, you've got to invest 50% of your pension fund in a state-owned enterprise like Eskom. And they've got no choice. So your money's going down the gurgler into the hands of the corrupt ANC. Anyway, continuing. You have been screwed by highly paid civil servants, he noted, referring to the inflated public sector pay rates. This means there is less money for dams, schools, and the next problem is medicine and textbook at schools. They are not going to do enough in the public wage bill. It is very likely that the prescribed assets are the easiest way out. It is already ANC policy and provided for in the law. He suggested that returns on pension funds and other savings will fall if a greater share of the pot defined as prescribed assets. This will have a downward knock-on effect to the value of pensions, while also making medical aid more expensive and less affordable. Schussler warned the JSE will take a hit. This will destroy the big financial firms. Asset managers are scared. This is why they aren't talking publicly about this. I want the assets in my pension fund to grow, but there will be a social problem if this doesn't happen. Things will get worse if we don't get the returns we need. Our danger is not addressing this fundamental overspending and growth issues that South Africa faces, he concluded. Okay, guys, there you go. If you've got a pension fund in South Africa, good luck. Guess what? It's going down the gurgler.